just limiting cases when we send the central charge to infinity, while the classical block is the largely asymptotic of the original quantum block. Unfortunately, there is no any interpretation in terms of contracted Virasoro algebra, but I believe that there should be kind of deformation theory with respect to small inverse charge, starting from some contracted Virasoro algebra, which takes account of all these corrections in the central charge. So this is not done yet, and actually, I believe that up to now we consider classical blocks as a kind of asymptotic expansion around infinite central charge, but there should be some symmetry algebra, Virasoro algebra formulation in the spirit of these contracted Virasoro algebras. Consider the linearized conformal block. And to this end, we introduce this whole lightness parameter, which is just the ratio of two conformal dimensions, and then changing from the original classical conformal dimensions to delta, lightness parameter, and the external conformal dimension, we can reorganize the whole conformal block function in terms of the double series expansion in delta and epsilon delta, and find this expression which says that we keep terms both linear in the external conformal dimension. So instead of the Power series in the modular parameter, for the linearized conformal block, we have these two terms where the second term is given by Power series in the lightness parameter, while the expansion coefficient are just some rational functions of the modular parameter. So this is the point where we should recall about the global block, and we conjecture that exponentiated global block is equal to the exponentiated quantum block, that is, it is equal to the linearized classical block. So recalling that function which appeared for the global block, we see that modular this logarithmic contribution, these two functions just coincide. And the most important thing about this conjecture is that for the global block we know some formal integral representation which is given here. So we conjecture that the linearized formal block on the torus in the one-point case is given by this integral. And finally, let me comment that this relation is analogous to what happens on the sphere case and 4-point blocks and 5-point blocks. Now we realized linearized conformal blocks in terms of particular geodesic networks stretched in a three-dimensional bulk. And we see that we can show this explicitly, that taking this tadpole diagram of one-point conformal block on the torus, we arrive at a particular tadpole geodesic diagram embedded into the thermal ADS space. Thermal ADS is just the usual ADS space with periodic time. And the block length correspondence in this case claims that the linearized conformal block is equal to this sum of three terms, where the last two terms are just length is external leg and a loop, and the first term is just the gravitational action evaluated on the formal ADS background. Okay, so just to remind you what the formal ADS is, it's given by this metric where tau is the modulus and coordinates, time coordinate is periodic with this 2 pi period, and the radial coordinate runs from 0 to infinity, and infinite distance, radial distance, we find from a boundary, and this boundary has a topology of a torus, so the formal ideas is just a solid torus characterized by this modulus, and this torus is not general because the modulus is pure imaginary. It means precisely that if we realize the space, I mean if you realize torus as a rectangle on a true plane with identified edges, so in this case we have very particular return without twists. Now this is my final slide, and first of all consider the case of zero-point conformal rock, that is, we just switch off the external leg, and in this case the corresponding graph is given by a circle running around this dashed line which corresponds to 0 degrees. And the total action is, in this case, is given by two terms. The first term is the gravitational action evaluated on ADS, and the second term is the solar Lorentz order, which can be easily computed from the slide. So in this zero-point case, we find this expression in terms of term, and coming back to modular parameter, which is related with term quantum features proportional to logarithm of Q. So we see that this is the logarithmic contribution seen on the previous slides. And if we switch on the external leg, we also can show that more general duality holds. And in this case, this arm has three terms, including the length of the leg, and the correspondence, what is more important, holds in the so-called low temperature approximation. This is because we know that on the gravity side there are a lot of saddle points parameterized by different values of the modular parameter, and the formal ADS corresponds to infinite modular parameter, contrary, say, to ETZ black hole, which correspond to 0 modular parameter. They're related by model transformation. Okay, so our claim is that the clock length correspondence in this case is valid in the low temperature approximation, where temperature is just the inverse the modular parameter. So now let me summarize, and we consider it torus conformal rocks, and observed that there are 4 different types of semi-classical rocks, and we established a chain of connections between these different semi-classical blocks and explained the appearance, the presence of semi-classical blocks from the Virasoro algebra perspective. Also, we holographically realized the one-point torus blocks and the corresponding geometry in the blockage of the formal IDS, and the correspondence holds, as I said before, in the low temperature regime. So there are also some open questions. Unfortunately, I have no time to answer them. Thank you very much.
For the torus, with one insertion, you have anyway two with the matter in the adjoint. This is the simplest example I can think of.
It's not unequal to...
so in the class of partition functions, if there is any via some GT conjecture.
No, the claim was that one-point torus blocks are related to 4-point sphere blocks. So there is a complicated map which relates these two functions. Particularly, it would be interesting to understand how...
No, I was referring to the fact that the conformal blocks or the correlation functions are, you may think, to the Nekrasov partition functions. So it's kind of a theory of partition with the supergravity background. Yes, the GT. It's just a correlation.
式ステージですね。
very small expression. And this expression can be obtained verbs.
を得意としている会社になります。 今日どこ行ってんだよ、今日は。そしたら